Welcome back. I'm Ben, and this is my channel. If this is your first time here, you're in for a treat, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, and hell, give me a like while you're at it. Today is a big Solstice build day. I got all the frame components we need to get the Solstice frame all ready to party. From there, should be able to put on all these secondhand parts I picked up at a local junkyard, and then get the hood on the car and have that working. So if everything goes good today, the Solstice is going to go from pretty much being a wrecked, shattered shell to something that is almost roadworthy. All that's left is to put in the time. So like I said, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, tell your friends, and let's get right into it. So like I said, one of the parts I picked up for the Solstice was this. It is a huge chunk of frame that I got on eBay. This box section here is the part we need to repair the Solstice frame so we can then bolt the hood to it. So we got the whole thing here and we got a bit extra. So what I'm going to do with all this is try and build a jig, cut it off this, and then weld it directly to the new car. I picked up these, I'm not really sure what they are for. I think they're for building a fence or something. I found them at some home improvement store. I bent them with a press brake, and I think I'm going to be able to jig something up really nice with this. So we're going to give this a shot, and let's see what we can do. Now, we have some factory mounting holes here and here. So I'm thinking if I could do something like this, where I can have a direct bolt point that will transfer to the new car, then I'll just be able to cut these welds here, which aren't very substantial, and then weld it up with the MIG welder. Went out and bought a brand new drill bit set from Harbor Freight, because it's always good to have good drill bits when you start a project like this. The drill's pretty easy. And there we go, that's a really nice fit. Because the frame's cut, I think I can get this one up through and make it just poke out just a smidge. Freaking way. I can't believe how good this is working. And right there, we are at least halfway to jigged. So we're basically perfectly flush, no gaps, sweet fit mate. Got 3 points mounting here. I'm pretty pleased with that. If I can get one more like that, I'm confident I'm going to have a good, sturdy, transferable piece of material, which that's the biggest thing I need to accomplish to make this project work. So halfway there. I didn't think it'd be that easy, not gonna lie. It was pretty easy to work with. You're really gonna need like a press brake to bend it though. It's pretty stiff. So same setup. I have 2 angle pieces coming together, bolted here, bolted here. I'm gonna come in and hit all these individual little holes, not all, but some of them, with the MIG welder so they are attached to each other. A little different process, but basically the same thing with extra steps. Too much penetration here. So I think we have some pretty lousy penetration, but I'm not gonna question it too much because it's just gotta be able to do this one thing. And I think we did all right. So I'm gonna go get the car. We pretty much have to take off all this. This is trash. I actually found one of these at the junkyard, as well as this and this. So we're gonna remove pretty much everything we need to. You can kind of see where the part has broken off. I'm gonna have to clean up that. And I think we can do this. Okay, so now we have pretty much all the bad, broken stuff off the Solstice. I'm gonna grind all this off so I have nice clean metal to weld on. If you just look, this is part of what really drew me to this car initially. I drove one, I fit in it great, had a lot of time. I'm 6'4", so finding a little fun roadster is not an easy task, and this fits. But look at that, we got a double wishbone control arm, spring with a strut, and aluminum control arms. It's aluminum knuckle. We got disc brakes all the way around. Like, I think you're very hard pressed to find literally any other car in this weight bracket with such a sophisticated suspension. That's all cool stuff, like Corvette level stuff. You'll see it on things like the 350Z and 370Z, but this is also a good bit lighter than all of those cars. So I think this is a really good platform to build on. I'm gonna take off this cutting wheel and put on a grinding wheel now to get kind of our final weld surface. Make sure you unplug your tools before you make switches like this. You really wouldn't want to get hurt. This is pretty nasty equipment when used incorrectly. So these areas came out pretty good. I would have loved to have peeled the paint back a little further because it's just gonna decrease the chance of contamination on the weld. That was obviously a hard one because it's so effing close to the condenser. But 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Aha! It is off. It's a pretty flimsy feeling piece actually without the whole big chunk of frame to support it. So we're gonna clean this up on the grinder and put our jig back on and weld it to the car. Wish me luck. If this works, that proves I'm not a total idiot, and my random idea of what I could do to fix this when I looked at it online and clicked the purchase button will it'll be true. So I'll be more confident in myself and hopefully have a neat little car to mess with. Pretty confident it goes this direction. There's our jig holes. stiff. Now, I am not the best welder, but I've never seen a robot do a weld I was impressed with, so I think I can do something comparable. And I think this is gonna work. So let's break out the MIG. All right, I've done some tacks, and I think now I'm gonna turn up the voltage and feed a little bit and see what I can make happen. Hopefully I don't punch any holes. And that's how you do it. I'd say it's robot quality. I think once I throw some paint on here, you won't even be able to tell. Here, come take a look. Well, they're really ugly right now, but I'll clean them up with the wire brush and throw some paint on it. And yeah, that was a super easy weld. I wasn't expecting it to go so quickly and so easily, and I think it worked, guys. I cannot believe how good that came out. The paint is pretty much a perfect match for my frame. Not so much a perfect match for the replacement part, but like, I mean, it's good enough. You really aren't even going to be able to tell with how out of sight this piece is. And it's stiff. And it's got the same gap just like the one pre-jig did. So, I think we did a pretty good job here. I am actually really pleased with how it's coming together. So, what I'm going to do now is try and get some of these pieces that I got at a junkyard, a local pick-apart. I found one of these and I got most of the parts. I also got a hood, but I had to drive out to literally Louisiana to pick that up. Just really tough part to track down, but I got a good deal on it. And now basically I have everything except an air filter, grills, and the front bumper. So I think this should be at least fully together very shortly. In the meantime, I'm gonna install some of these other pieces and see if maybe I could trick a friend to come help me put it on. The hood, that is, because sucker's awkward. I love how this whole thing is built out of like recycled stuff. I don't think I've really used a new part yet. Not that I won't, but really just trying to use as much used parts as I can. That's kind of the great thing about finding a car at this age, is you can find really great quality used stuff. Which is kind of why I always run a car about this old. Like, for instance, my Trans Am, it's 23 years old now. Even the newest model of that car is, what, 19? It's getting increasingly hard to find anything in the junkyard. And parts are going up and quality's going down. So, it's just, I like to tinker with my car. I like to get it perfect. And when things are about this age, they've gotten cheap and they're plentiful. I've gotten quite a bit done on the Solstice today. My buddy Pierre, the fabricator, is going to be here shortly to help me put the hood on. So I think that is actually going to happen today. But let's take a look at what we've gotten done so far. So we now have hinges. I got these suckers on eBay, bolted right on. Got the radiator mounts all correct. Got this air box that I picked up at the junkyard installed, minus this PCV hose. But it's a good air box. I'm a little skeptical of the routing of this hose. It looks kind of right, but I don't know. I replaced this. These two pieces here, they were really bashed up in the wreck, as you can see from the parts here. And it's actually really starting to look like a car now. I'm gonna get the hood on here momentarily. You guys will see that, I reckon. There'll probably be a lot of trial and error on the fitment, but hopefully I did a good job on this piece here, and we will have a pretty good fitting hood. Getting excited. I really want to drive this car come July. I'd like to be out on the road with it. So, not that it'll be totally done. I'll still need to figure out paint. But, yeah, wow. This is almost a complete car. And it's really coming together. It's been a pretty cheap process so far. I'm probably gonna make a video here detailing all the cost associated with the auction and what has gone into the build, so you know what you'll have to do if you choose to take this route on virtually any project, not just the Solstice. It was more expensive than I thought it would be as far as the auction way. Gathering parts has been more difficult than I thought it would be, but real close now. Still need to get a bumper and grills. Grills seem to be sort of difficult to track down. But yeah, we're real freaking close now. Oh, I gotta get a windshield for this thing too. It is all cracked up. I assume that happened in the wreck. It looks like the owner had a small dog, so maybe there was some violence there. I'm thinking maybe that's why the airbags didn't go off, is because they were disengaged because of this dog. I don't know. I do know that this airbag sensor right here was completely smashed, and this new piece actually came with it, so I was able to install that. So fingers crossed, when I turn this on, the airbag light will be off. That would be a big win. Here's hoping, we'll see. Still a lot of things to do. Oh, I gotta get fender liners. I've been able to find those pretty cheaply, not too worried about that. Yeah, I think I'll fire this up and take it back outside where the hood is, so I don't have as far to go.
Yeah. What? Unusable, like you can't fucking reuse it if one little thing goes wrong. I'm like, dude, you could totally have this repaired.
Yeah, we're just used to American shit.
Almost, you're almost in. Go up and up. Up. There it is. I got it. Get one of yours in. Oh my god, do it quick, 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 quick. Get that last one in. There it is.
Fucking close.
Seems to be. Seems that those don't have much adjustment to them. All the adjustments. There's a lot of adjustments. You ready?
I think so. Is it heavy? Like, does the thing seem to work?
It feels kind of like a Viper. Is that hinge unlocked over there? Oh, this fucking...
No, it's not. Well, maybe. Yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay. Yo. Got nothing. Dude. Oh my god, it fucking worked.
So it's not clipping.
Cool.
Dude, thank you.
You're welcome.
It looks fucking cool, right?
Yeah, it works out.
It's almost all car, man.
It's not, it's NA, right?
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
We'll see what I end up doing. A 5.3 seems like a good idea more and more.
But it just, it's here, man. It works. It's already good. You know?
Yeah, but I could just get a Cobalt and stick this motor in the Cobalt.
Maybe I've just gotten lazy over the years and I said fuck it to motor swaps. If you need a turbo system built,
You know a guy.
you know a guy. Alright man, I'm out of here.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Check it out. We got the hood on. Pierre came out, he helped me out. It was a little difficult, but it wasn't bad with second person. And the hood is just buttery smooth up and down. And pretty excited. The repair has come out great. Hinge is all working pretty much exactly as intended. Got the radiator and the air cleaner all on. So we're pretty much almost done mechanically. Today has been a big win on our Solstice project, and I am so happy about that. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. It helps me out a ton. This project's coming along. Hopefully, if you're working on something, it's coming along as well. If you do have anything going on or just any thoughts on this project, please give me a comment. I love to read those. Let me know what you guys think. So it's been a long day. It's been a very productive day. I feel really good with where we're at. And I think that's gonna be it for today. So remember, just keep on winning.